up, my humans? This is Trisha with the Truth. I wanted to talk to you guys about being in Morocco. Why am I in Morocco? Of course, I get this question a lot. I've been in Morocco for 2 years, if you can believe it. Of course, I've gone in and out. I've visited Bangladesh, I've visited Ireland, I've visited Spain. So yeah, but of course Morocco is where I always come back to. So people ask me, how is it? You know, how is everything? So I don't know, I'm a world traveler, so of course I will say it's just like any country in the rest of the world, right? There are good and bad things, there are pros and cons, so let's talk about some of those. So pros, of course, as you know, I love languages, so I'm learning a lot of Amazigh. Of course, I enjoy doing street interviews, and one of those series is asking strangers to teach me some Amazigh, so please check some of that content out. Lots of amazing music like Ganawa, Ahwach, Ahidus, right? Amazing. As you may know, I'm also a singer, so I enjoy singing, and I hope to have some more music for you guys this year and hopefully learn some more Amazigh and infuse that into the music. So let's see what happens. Of course, a lot of the clothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really enjoying a lot of the clothing, especially in the summertime, right? You can wear these light dresses. It gets really hot here in Marrakesh. Marrakesh is where I've been most of the time. I'll wait for the plane. I was also in Club Maguna for a little while. Visited Ouarzazate, Ifrane, Chefchaouen, Agadir, Ourika, Casablanca, Tetuan. I've gone through a few, but didn't get to stop, so I hope to stop in some more cities. I would really love to visit soon, like Souera, Meknes, Fez, Rabat, Merzouga, Zagora, Tagazout, you know, so many, right? I did go through Rabat from the train, right, in Tangier. But yeah, I'd like to stop there and see some more stuff, you know. Yeah, it's like you get all of the wonderful climates, right? In Marrakesh, it's hot, right? But in the winters, it's still manageable. You might need a little space heater at night, you know, but it's amazing. In the north, you get more of the greenery and it's a bit more cold and you get rain. You know, if you go out to the east in the desert, dry and hot, right? If you go near the ocean, it's cooler, like Agadir, or if you go up north to like Tetuan or Tangier or like Amazigh, you know, it's beautiful there. I love being near the ocean, even though I'm in Marrakesh, but let's see where I go next. I just really can't believe that it's been over 2 years now. It's a very reflective time, I think, 2 years in another country or just traveling. I'm still reflecting, so more reflections to come. I was just talking to someone about like, how do you feel when you go back to the United States? Do you feel normal or do you feel like a foreigner there as well? So that'll be something interesting to experience. I don't know yet. I have no plans, you know. I'm here for now, but I have no plans, which actually is kind of the opposite of what I've normally done in my life. So I'm loving it. Loving it. So let me know if you guys have any other questions. You know, people always ask me like, how is it in Morocco? You've been there for a while, right? And I was never really directly answering those questions. I don't know why, but yeah, I've been here for about 2 years, over 2 years now, and yeah, it's hard to answer some of those questions. I just feel like it's normal, right? I'm just living my life the same way basically, but in another country, in another part of the world, right? I definitely believe I'm a world citizen, so no matter where I am on the planet, you know, it's home, right? I mean, the same thing as far as the universe. I mean, you know, we're all one, so yeah. Yep. Yeah, and so I'll go into more specifics. I think specific stories I have in other videos, so please watch out for those. And of course, if you guys have a lot of questions, I can do a Q&A video as well. So yeah, some of the cons, of course, we have to talk about those. Not everything is perfect everywhere, right? Yeah, it can be difficult to find stuff here. I feel like in America, you can go to like a huge store and pretty much find anything, which may or may not be a good thing, right? Oh, I noticed like food is not always consistent here. Like if I find a spot that has like some delicious food, if I go back there like the next day or the next week, it can be very different and I might not like it, or I might not like it as much. So like, yeah, it can be like really inconsistent sometimes. Of course, as a vegetarian, well, I used to be vegan in America, but I had to switch. You know, it's important to get enough protein, and it was hard to find, you know, vegan protein here. It's really hard to find tofu even in a big city, and stuff can be really expensive, stuff that's imported and that's not like just normally here that people consume. So that has been a real struggle for sure, and I'm still trying to figure that out as a vegetarian too. But lots of yummy food like besara. Of course, as you may know, I love vegetarian couscous. You know, it's probably my favorite dish. Yeah, and of course just so many new friends. I love just having all of the new friends here, which makes me want to stay even longer. You know, lots of people to speak Amazigh with, to make music with. So yeah, I'm really excited for what the future holds. Somebody help me. Another thing I wanted to talk about is being a digital nomad, just in Morocco or in the whole world, right? It allows you to travel and not be, you know, stuck or feel stuck in one city or country. So I absolutely love being a digital nomad, teaching and working on social media. So if you guys have any questions about that, I'm happy to try and answer those. But yeah, definitely I would say my preference is to be able to have that freedom, that independence. You know, I can stay somewhere in a city, teach, maybe on the weekend where I have a little bit more freedom, right? I do certainly still have a schedule during the week, but then I can go to another city or country if I want to. So yeah, I absolutely love that. I think we all kind of have been changing maybe the way we think within the last few years. So I encourage you to get uncomfortable, travel. You know, please ask me all of the questions about traveling or being a digital nomad. When I was younger too, I lived in China for a while and taught English, so I've always loved to travel. It doesn't matter which country I go to. I do like, however, to go to countries that don't speak English or don't speak a lot of English, because that's like one of the most beautiful things, right? It's a challenge, but it's also a blessing. You can grow with yourself and from others, right? Whenever you're uncomfortable or something is awkward or challenging, like that's where you have the most growth. And that's just always been a goal, whether it's directly or indirectly. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I hope to be able to continue these travels and learning more about myself and others. So thank you all so much. So make sure you guys check out the other videos where I talk about why I left the USA, you know, more of my likes and dislikes about Morocco and what I miss about America. So stay tuned. I love you, my humans. Bring people together and keep it truthful. Morocco, Morocco. So yes, we have the Amazigh flag and the Moroccan flag. 10 met, shukran. Thank you so much. In this beautiful spot. It's a very beautiful day. The sun is out. Beautiful nature around me. Yeah. So I hope you're all doing well.